Hello everybody, it's Dogboy again. Welcome back to part 2 of Super Mario 64. Last time we toppled most of Bob-omb Battlefield and started our quest for all of the stars. And we also toppled a few monarchies, one of which may have been a justified uprising, but that's not something we concern ourselves with, as we are a sheep to the Mushroom Kingdom monarchy. But anyway, let's go back to Whomp's Fortress. So this is a cool... probably one of my favorite stages in the game, honestly. So last time I showed you the intended way for you to get up the fortress, but here's the fast way. You can kind of just do that. You just triple jump off the wall and then bounce, or what am I trying to say? Not bounce, dive onto the grass platform and bam, you're up there. And also you're supposed to walk on these squares. You don't have to. So that's the fun way to do that mission. And then bam, that's a star. We're already done. Less than a minute in, and we already have a star. Alright, so we're already at 8. We're making pretty good progress. To the top of the fortress completed. You've received 8 of the power stars. Now you can open the door with the big star. But Bowser is just ahead. Can you hear the princess calling? Alright, yeah, so we could technically go fight Bowser now, but I do want to go for 100% in this playthrough, so I'm going to... I am going to go for a few... or most of the stars that we can do before every Bowser fight. Hi, Owl. We're not talking to you yet. We'll talk to you in a few missions. I didn't know you were here on this one, to be honest. So for this, I want to show you the speedrunning way and the actual way as well. So for this stage, you're supposed to talk to this Bob-omb buddy and get the cannon prepared. At which point you can do... At which point you can launch... Nope. Jeez. Alright, at which point you can get into the cannon and go like this. And get... What? Okay, so not do that, first of all. A, I messed up. B, I somehow didn't mess up. As you heard the success sound there, apparently you can not hit the wall and still get the star to come out, I guess. Anyway, let's try that again. It's been a while since I've done that the real way, so I didn't know the angle, but let's do it again. So you go like this, aim a little up, and bam, blast that wall apart. We're gonna try to shoot for it, just for fun. As if I miss again, I don't really care, because I'm gonna show you the other way anyway. Alright, so aim for that again. And bam. Cool. So that is the intended way to do that star. Now I'm going to show you a little speedrunning trick called Cannonless, which is kind of one of my favorite tricks in the game personally, just because I think it's really stupid. I love the stuff in this game that just makes absolutely no sense. So to set up Cannonless, you go up the... No, come on. Come on. Alright, he didn't want a long jump today. But you go up here as if you're doing like a normal mission where you go up the tower. You get to this platform here. Now, there are a bunch of different ways to do this. I'm going to show you how I do it. It's not like that. You don't do it like that. Alright, sorry. Give me 1 second. Momentum in this game can be a bit goofy. So there's a bunch of different ways to do this. I'm going to do it my way, which I call... something that probably would be censored. So we need to grab this wall. It's very specific kind of where you grab, because I didn't do it right. Sorry, give me 1 second. We might be here for a minute. It's been a while since I've done this. I probably should have practiced. But yeah, you're supposed to jump, grab about there. That looks better. And then once you get up there, you're supposed to get up on the ledge, but don't walk. Go there, turn the camera to look like this, punch once, slow walk down, I'm talking tiptoe down, and then very specifically you move the camera right and then left, up, you get up on the ledge and you walk down. So now, that may have looked a bit weird. I may speedrun this game, I cannot explain the science of it. I don't know why that works, but if you get up onto the plank after moving the camera and push straight down, it gives you the perfect angle to trick the game into thinking that wall doesn't really exist. Because if you were to just run into that wall, that wouldn't happen. You would just bounce off the wall. But for some reason, the camera bouncing like that allows you to just grab that star. And also, by the way, we grabbed another star. So you're supposed to use the cannon to shoot onto that pole there, but you don't need to. You could just bounce on the wall. Kickflip off the wall. Shoot into the wild blue completed. But yeah, this game is broken in maybe the best way possible. I quite love it. Alright, so we got another red coin mission here. We are going to do the same thing we did for Bob-omb Battlefield, where I get 100 coins at the same time. This one I'm a bit more familiar with how to do properly, so it should be a little bit faster, but not much, because I'm still not super great at the game. But, you know, I'm not used to that cannon being open there. That kind of tricked me out. Alright, so grab this box, throw that bad boy into the wall. 3 more coins. Actually, I'm not sure if I need these, but it's, you know, is what it is. Oh, alright, my bad. You go that way. Alright, and then long jump your way back up here, and using that kicking thing I showed you earlier, you can kind of just do that for some reason. That's not gonna end well. Okay, you know, I had it and then overcorrected, but I actually forgot this coin anyway, so it was important anyway. We do need to be back up there, so I'm gonna hop back up real quick. Alright, here we go. Alright, so kind of as we're doing this kind of boring 100 coin mission, because honestly they are boring. These are the easy ones, so they're the least boring. But yeah, I just want to talk about the actual game itself. You know, this game's super fun. If you haven't played it, how old are you? Would probably be my question. So I feel like anyone over the age of approximately 4 has probably played this game. It's a classic for a reason. It is janky, but I feel it's the type of jank that you can kind of get over, if that makes sense. Like, you just got to get used to it a little bit. But, yeah. So, almost... Like I said, this one's going to go a lot faster than the Bob-omb Battlefield one, because we are almost done. Get our good buddy, the Whomp, here. Alright, one more red down here. Alright, that'll spawn that, and we just need 3 more coins, and wouldn't you know it, there's some right down here. I was also right, I did not need to get those 3 coins earlier. Alright, another 100 coin collected. Alright. Bang. I love doing the 2-for-1 special. It just makes it nice and easy. Alright, we are almost done Whomp Fortress. We just have one more mission. So this... Remember that good old buddy, the owl, we saw earlier? We're actually going to interact with him now. Hey, pal. How's it going?
Who's there? Who woke me up? It's still daylight, I should be sleeping. Hey, as long as I'm awake, why not take a short flight with me? Press and hold A to grab on, release A to let go. I'll take you wherever you want to go, as long as my wings hold out. Watch my shadow and grab on.
So yeah, you just kind of grab him as he says, and he just soars into the sky. And with that, you can like kind of jankily steer him. It makes sense if you do it once, but it doesn't if you haven't done it before. And then you can just drop in there. Now, theoretically, speedrun-wise, you can jump off of the wall of the cage from the island below and hop in there without the owl. I cannot do that. I'm not very good. But, yeah, in theory, you can do that. Hey, Toad, how you doing, buddy? All right, just be ready for this. It's going to be a little scratchy here. It was Bowser who stole the stars. I saw him with my own eyes. He's hidden 6 stars. I can't do it, I'm sorry. But you won't find all of them in some courses until you press the cap switches. The stars you found will show on each... The stars you found will show on each course's starting screen. If you want to see some of the enemies you've already defeated, select the stars you've recovered from them. Alright, thank you, Totem, Mr. Maximus. Alright, so yeah, we are all done with Whomp Fortress. It's definitely the easiest level, I'd say. It's pretty small, also. And then let's get abducted by God real quick. And go to our first power-up, the Wing Cap. Welcome to the Wing Cap course. Step on the red switch at the top of the tower in the center of the rainbow ring. When you trigger the switch, all of the red blocks you find will become solid. Try out the Wing Cap, do the triple jump to take off, and press Z to land. Pull back on the control stick to go up and push forward to nose down. Just as you would when flying an airplane. Yeah, as if I've flown an airplane before. Thank you, Nintendo. So yeah, the wing cap is a little weird. As it says, you kind of bob up and down is the goal. It's a little touchy. It's a little touchy, shall we say. Yep, and I have already messed up. Well. Alright, hold on. I can save this. I can save this. I can't save this. Oh, Lord. Hold on. Yes! Okay, we saved it. Oh, I'm dead. I'm very dead. Yep, alright. Alright, we didn't see that. So, as I said, they can be a little touchy. The controls are kind of like the opposite of what you'd expect, to be honest. Like, I don't know. I guess it is like other flight things in game, but for me, flying always kind of breaks my brain in a game. Like, when I press up on the stick, I expect to go up. That makes sense? But in this, it's like you press up to go down, and you press down to go up, which like is how a plane works. Yeah, I get it. But I'm not too keen on that. All right, so I didn't mess it up that time, so that's good. But yeah, let's jump. So if we jump on this red switch here, it'll activate all of these boxes, but it'll also play a cutscene, and I don't feel like looking at that. So you can kind of just go like that and skip the cutscene for activating the red button. Normally it'd play like a text box and everything. But yeah, now that has opened every single, or not opened, it has filled in every single red and white box that will, in whatever levels have them. So we can now use the wing cap in whatever levels have them, such as Bob-omb Battlefield to do Mario Wings to the Sky. Alright, so to do this one, we're gonna just start out by running forward, going to El Canon. El Canon? I don't know. I don't speak very good Spanish. But yeah, we're gonna just blast up like we did for the Blast of the Island star. Right about there. Looks good. And up we are. So this one is the first in our series of what are called secret stars. So like half the stars in the game are just kind of like on the map, right? I'd say probably more than half. Most stars are just kind of like on the map. But then there are ones where you have to get specific coins, or you have to get specific or touch specific spots on the map to get the star to spawn. In this case, we have to get the 5 coins in the middle of these rings, and they must like load them as different objects, I guess, because they have like, they have like different draw distances than regular coins do. Because you can see them a lot further away for some reason. I've never really, I guess they're like separate checkpoint objects, so to speak. I want to get a refill on my red cap here because I really don't feel like falling. But yeah, the wing cap is pretty cool. Like, you use it for a few missions. It's not too prevalent, to be honest with you, which like is fine. It's kind of annoying at times, but like it's fine. All right, I will hit it eventually. I've always been really bad at this star for some reason. All right, hold on. We're almost there. Yay! And for some reason, it spawns all the way down there by the red coin platform. But yeah, let's go grab that real quick. And here we go. Yay! All right, so we're done Bob-omb Battlefield as well. Look at us. We're already making so much progress. All right, so with course 1 and 2 down, what's next but course 3? All right, so let's go through this 3-star door here. Yippee, the star's power resonated. And we're going to enter this middle painting to get to our third world, Cool Mountain. This place kind of sucks. So the reason I say it kind of sucks is it's very slippery is the word. There's just a lot of ice physics and everything, and they don't work super well in this game. Snow Mountain Summit, watch for slippery conditions. Please enter the cottage first. We're not going to do that. So I'm going to show you a star that's called Wall Kicks Will Work. Typically, you have to go through a whole obstacle course to get to it, but if you just jump off the side there, you can get down here. Normally, you have to traverse like about half the level and do this whole obstacle course thing, but yeah, you can just do that instead. Yeah, that star sucks to do regularly, so I'm gonna not do that, to be honest with you. All cakes will work. All nice, done, and dusted. All right, so now maybe we'll go into the cottage, I guess. Thank you, disembodied voice. Yippee! All right, so in the cottage, we have a good old slide. You're not supposed to dive on it, but I kind of just wanted to anyway, because I thought it would be fun. Oh, I didn't even know you could end up back on your butt, to be honest. All right, I did miss the shortcut, but that's fine. Theoretically, you can skip like most of the course. So there's a bunch of these slide missions in the game, and they're a little strange. They kind of go way faster than you'd expect. This one included. Ouch. But they're not too bad. You can like pull back and go slow if you want, but then you can't make some turns. It's a little weird. And just so I don't have to show this later, I'm going to show you this big penguin here. Egad, my baby. Have you seen my baby? She's the most precious baby in the whole wide world. They say she even has my beak. I just can't remember where I left her. Let's see. I stopped for herring and ice cubes, and then, oh, I just don't know. Alright, so we have to find this little penguin baby. And wouldn't you know it, there's a little guy right up here. Where is he? There he is. He's on top of the little shack. Alright, you know, don't do that. It's fine. When you know it, there's a little guy down on this here shack. Let's go get him for mama, huh? That's not my baby. She looks nothing like me. Her parents must be worried sick. Alright, well, screw you, man. Maybe find your own kid. Alright, we'll find the penguin's actual kid in the next mission, but I just thought that's always funny how there's another penguin there just to be a decoy for no reason. Slip sliding away, all done. Back into the level. So, like I said, let's go find that penguin's actual baby, huh? I think I saw a little blue speck up there. Hey, buddy, how you doing? Alright, so the way you're supposed to do this is take him through the entire level. And quite frankly, it sucks. So we're not going to do that. So what we're going to do is slide down here, get onto this slope here, change the camera, and bang. Hey, buddy, how's it going? You found my precious baby and gave it whiplash. Where have you been? How can I ever thank you, Mario? Oh, I do have this. Star. Why are you confused about? Okay, whatever. Here, take it with my eternal gratitude. Hey, buddy. Thank you. Appreciate you, big dog. So yeah, that is one of the funniest stars to do in a speed run, because you can kind of just definitely scramble that baby's brain a little bit, but you know, we got him back quick. It's fine. All right, so what is next? We got Big Penguin Race. All right, so back to the slide. We are going to do that in a minute. However, there is a bit I want to do before we do that. What am I trying to do? So, first, I'm going to show off a first warp spot here. If you stand on this last plank here, but not the final one, you go right there. And you warp down to the bottom of the mountain. Hooray! So yeah, I'm going to do the 100 coins on this mission for a very specific reason. Because most of the coins in this level are found on the slide. And we have to do the slide for said mission. So I'm going to go ahead and do that real quick. I believe I need about 30 coins to be able to do the slide properly. So I'm going to grab about that many. You don't want to grab too many for a specific reason. Another reason why I would like to do the penguin mission the way I did it is because climbing down this little stupid slope with these snowmen is really annoying. Oh, dear Neptune. Dear Neptune. Alright, we made it out. That's fine. Alright, hop on up here. Long jump across there. And bang. Here we go. So we want these blue coins. I did forget to mention what blue coins were. So they're only found via these little switches. Yeah, switches, I guess. That's the word. And of which it spawns an indeterminate amount, just kind of depending on which one that you go for. And with that, you can get 5 coins per blue coin. So they're pretty invaluable in terms of getting a 100 coin star. I believe some ones are not possible unless you get most of the blue coins from a switch. I think like for some of the later levels you actually like have to do it, but I'm not sure. So just get a few more of these bad boys before we go in here. Get a few more. I might miss a few. Alright, so. Sorry, hold on. This is what I mean by the ice physics. Ice physics kind of don't work. You kind of just like, they will pull you in sometimes and then other times just not, even if it's like the same level of slope. And I can't really explain. Hey, big guy, how's it going? Hey, Mario buddy, how's it going? Step right up. You look like a fast sledding kind of guy. I know speed when I see it. Yes, sirree. I'm the world champion sledder. You know, what do you say? How about a race? Okay. How about I beat your ass? So the penguin is weird. He rubber bands about as hard as Mario 64 or Mario Kart 64 racers. I did miss a bunch of coins there, so that's pretty bad. But it's probably fine, right? I kind of, like, can't miss any coins now. Alright, so the tough part about what I'm doing is managing to get all the coins that you need, as well... Alright, we're good now. As well as beating him is kind of the tough part. But as a seasoned veteran myself, I can do it easy. So yeah, you just grab that, and then he does a little, like, walk cycle for some reason before he gives you this, like, you're able to talk to him to get the star. So you can kind of just, like, do that. I don't know what to call that. You, like, butt scoot, and then if you kick backwards, you can, like, infinitely go back up the slope. But yeah, you can do that to get the 100 coin star there. And then we get a, he doesn't have a gold medal to give us, but he does have that star wherever it is. I can't see through walls, so I'm not too sure. But it's right there. And there we have it. We are the world champion sledder. All right, but yeah, I think that is a good part, or good place to leave off part 2. So thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you for part 3. Thank you. Bye.